Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Is it possible to return to work and still collect $300 per week? The short answer to the question is yes, it is possible. In this episode of Ignition Time, I'll tell you how you can return to work and still be eligible for an additional $300 a week. Welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Please click like, subscribe, enable notifications. A lot of effort goes into the creation of these videos, the professional quality behind these videos, and the way you can support our channel is by clicking like, by clicking subscribe, and by enabling notifications. Let's just jump right into this episode of Ignition Time. Here's the headline of an article on your screen from CNBC: How to return to work and keep getting the $300 a week unemployment benefit. I'll provide you with a link to this article in the description section below so you can check it out when you're ready. Here's the bottom line. There are two programs. One of them is called the Partial Unemployment Insurance, okay? And the second program is called Short-Term Compensation, which is also known as work sharing, which is available in specific states, and specific employers need to be approved for it. It is possible that your employer could be approved for it. You'll need to talk to your employer. I'll give you specific information in this video. These benefit programs allow workers to keep getting unemployment benefits even while they are working. This is important. Now, these are only available to part-time workers, and there are certain rules that could restrict access to these benefits. These are not similar to the $300 a week federal booster, but employees can get $300 per week through these programs. Eligible workers would get a $300 weekly supplement, which is sort of like a return to work bonus. Now, the Biden administration is trying to highlight the benefits of these programs in the last few days because there's been a lot of speculation that the enhanced unemployment benefits are causing a labor shortage, which is why Republican governors in many states, over a dozen states throughout the country, have been trying to put an end, in fact, have decided to put an end to the federal unemployment benefits, including the $300 a week booster, including the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. The first group of states that decided to do away with the federal unemployment $300 a week booster as well as the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program included Montana, South Carolina, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, and North Dakota. So again, this first group of states was Montana, South Carolina, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, and North Dakota. The second set of states that is now being added to this list includes Missouri, Iowa, Idaho, Tennessee, Wyoming, South Dakota, and Utah. So again, the second group of states that's ending the $300 a week booster includes Missouri, Iowa, Idaho, Tennessee, Wyoming, South Dakota, and Utah. So what are these two programs that allow individuals to return to work and still collect $300 a week? These programs, again, are partial unemployment insurance and short-term compensation, also known as work sharing. Again, these options are only available to part-time workers. In each case, the worker will receive a paycheck plus a portion of their full unemployment benefits. They would also get a $300 supplement to jobless aid. In short, the $300 a week that was available through normal state unemployment insurance programs, that gap is now being closed by states. But through these other programs, the $300 a week will indeed flow through to individuals who receive partial unemployment insurance and who are part of work sharing programs. So they can still get the $300 a week, but just not through regular state unemployment insurance. In fact, the White House wants you to be aware of this. The White House wants you to know that you can actually resume work and still get $300 a week. Here's the headline of an article on your screen from the White House. This is an official White House page. President Biden announces additional steps to help Americans return to work. The White House is basically saying that these programs, the Partial Unemployment Insurance Program and the Work Sharing Program, are completely overlooked by people, and the $300 a week is available through these programs. In fact, let's scroll down this important announcement from the White House to this important section on this page. Again, this is from the White House. Another overlooked option for helping employers ramp up is the Partial Unemployment Insurance Program, which allows workers to return to work at a new employer at reduced hours while still receiving some unemployment benefits. This is a good option for workers who may not qualify for short-time compensation because they are not returning to their previous employer. In other words, this applies when you go to a new employer. States can enhance the capacity of partial unemployment insurance by raising the income threshold where workers can both work and receive some unemployment insurance benefits, and the Department of Labor will be encouraging states to do so. Folks, this is huge. This means that if you start work with a new employer and you have a limited number of hours, you can qualify for partial unemployment insurance. And as long as you qualify for partial unemployment insurance, you're not getting regular state unemployment insurance, which is not going to be getting the $300 a week in many Republican states. But with partial unemployment insurance, you have the benefit of being able to return to work and collect partial unemployment insurance, even if it's a small amount like $100 to $150 a week. And then you'll still get the $300 a week on top of that. Folks, this is huge. This is game changing. If you learn something new, please click the like button, please subscribe, please enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. In fact, according to Michelle Evermore, who is a senior policy advisor for unemployment insurance at the US Labor Department, she said this, and I quote, "A lot of the jobs, they are not bringing people back 40 hours a week. They're bringing people back 3 nights a week or 3 days a week." Now, there are some caveats to all this. If a state like these Republican states decide to do away with unemployment compensation programs, federal unemployment compensation programs entirely, again, it depends on each state because each state is a little bit different. But if these states decide to do away with federal unemployment compensation programs entirely, then workers receiving unemployment benefits, even through a short-time compensation program or partial unemployment, will not get the $300 a week in these states. So again, every state is going to decide a little bit differently, so you will need to get in touch with your specific state. But there are specific requirements for these programs, and I'll provide you with a link to the article below so you can check it out in a little bit more detail. Now, as far as a short-time compensation is concerned, just 27 states have short-time compensation programs available to workers, and also these programs are driven by the employer. A business has to apply for short-time compensation from the state on behalf of its workers. You see, with regular state unemployment compensation, you are directly applying with the state. But with short-time compensation, you don't apply. Your employer applies on your behalf with the state. And also, not all states have short-time compensation programs, and not all employers go through the process of applying for short-time compensation. So there are some intricacies involved in this, but it is possible to get the $300 a week. And the reason it is possible is that partial unemployment insurance programs are indeed available in all states, like I mentioned. The problem is partial unemployment insurance programs generally require a more substantial reduction in work hours relative to short-time compensation for an individual to be eligible. Now, this is important. Federal law requires that a worker's hours be cut by at least 10% and not more than 60% for them to qualify for short-time compensation programs. Now, states may enact much narrower laws on top of that. Now, a larger reduction would generally qualify someone for partial unemployment insurance benefits. So basically, you would have to have lost a significant amount of hours to be able to qualify for partial unemployment insurance if short-time compensation programs are not available in your state. I hope this was a valuable starting point for you. Please click the like button, please subscribe, please enable notifications. I want you to know I work very hard on this channel to bring you the latest news. Again, please click the like button, please subscribe, please enable notifications. That's your vote of confidence for us and all the effort that goes on behind the scenes at this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thank you. Take care. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you can get back to work and also get the $300 a week as long as you qualify. More importantly, I hope you can get back to work and not have to worry about unemployment benefits or stimulus checks anymore. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.